listening to Laugh Out Loud with Dave and JJ.
What kind of business we got this evening? We need to talk about Chicago. Chicago. It's the Windy City. Frank Sinatra's from there. Yeah, and home of Oprah. A loose race car. Who? Were you loose? Yeah, we were pretty good the first practice. I mean, we felt very comfortable. Time in practice, you know, we had 4 sets of tires, which is normally what we have for a standard program. You know, we stretched the whole first 2-hour practice through 1 set of tires. And every time we went out on the racetrack, we went faster, which every other team out there lost usually between a tenth to 2/10 every time they made a run on old sets. So we just kind of thought that we had speed in the bank. Went out, you know, we quit a little bit early, and then we went out to go out in that second practice. My lap got messed up. Finished his lap and then stopped and held me up. And then, you know, the car was really tight, but, you know, it was hard to tell a lap time because, you know, the lap basically had to be aboard. So we went back out, and we were bad. We were so tight, super slow. You know, at that point, you know, panic was almost set in because, okay, we have 1 set of tires left, and we need to free this thing up a ton, and we're super tight, and we're short on time because, you know, the first practice, everyone's in race trim, so it was easy to go out and make a qualifying run. Yeah. That second practice, you have everyone basically make qualifying runs, so there was, you know, it was kind of like Daytona in February. You know, there was anywhere between 5 and 10 cars waiting to make a qualifying run the entire practice. Oh, okay. So, you know, we got a run in with about 3 minutes left to practice on our last set of stickers, and we were... You know, we were the fastest we'd been. We were still off a tenth and a half probably. And we just, well, you know, we'll make our usual changes to the car. We'll do the fluids and all the things that, you know, help get us, you know, a little bit. If it's a tenth and a half, we'll qualifying. And we just went a little too far with the chassis setup and got the thing where it wasn't solid enough to where I could really get the throttle good and turn the car off the corners to keep it down on the racetrack. If you watched it on TV, you could almost see the car every time it wiggled, I'd move up a lane, and you lose too much time doing that. Yeah. I mean, you're coming off a great streak, and, you know, it's not the way you want to go to Chicago and turn around and come home, but, you know, at least you guys kind of somewhat have an idea of how to correct, hopefully, going forward when you get back to that 1.5-mile style track and moving forward to Indy this week. Now, does that time off, I know it probably gives the guys at the shop a lot more time to work on the cars because they're really crunched for time, and you've had a busy week. TV shows. You got a busy weekend coming up. Trackside Live on Friday night. Tell us what's happening. It's been hectic. We tried to take a little bit of time off, a little vacation time at the beach, and bailed out on Thursday, 3:45 in the morning, I think. I had some meetings with NASCAR. I had some meetings with MRN, and had a team, met with the team, one of the gentlemen that's in charge of sponsors for one of the teams, and just trying to get an idea of what's out there, what it's going to take to maybe put a program together looking into 2011. But it was chaotic, and it really had slowed down since then. I've been trying to do some cool things. Got some radio stuff we've done. The Dave Moody show last Thursday. Obviously, we got Trackside coming up this Friday there at Indianapolis. Gotta love that. Yeah, it's going to be cool. We're going to have a lot of fun. Buddy, I wish, if I could be anywhere, I would love to be in the crowd in Indy. Well, I'm still waiting at this point on the go-ahead. I've been dealing with Mark Smith from Speed. We're going to try to do something special leading into my segment, you know, that's going to kind of revolve around Cash America being on the car for the second race. And if they let me do it, it's going to be really cool. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. But, you know, obviously I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag until Friday. So, right, don't do that. That being said, next week, you know, after we get through this weekend to Brickyard and hopefully have a great run for the guys from Cash America in their second race, flying to Providence, Rhode Island on Monday evening, 2 golf tournaments on Tuesday and Wednesday that I'm going to go do before I fly back Wednesday night to turn around and fly to Pocono on Thursday. So things have gone from, you know, basically in the last year of just kind of hanging out and spending time with the family and doing stuff at the house to full steam ahead back to kind of a hectic schedule. But you're loving every minute of it. Absolutely. I mean, it's like... A couple of questions. Where in Indy do you have anything lined up for autograph signings this weekend? I know you're really approachable at the track, and I'm sure when you go to the trackside crowd on Friday, I'm sure you'll do
you're more than your fair share to sign stuff before and after. Is there anything that you have at this point, so people that are listening know where to go?
Right now, I don't. I've been really thinking about trying maybe something through Twitter, maybe throw just kind of a surprise thing in there, kind of the Where's Waldo, have a little fun with it.
Yep.
You find me, maybe we'll have come up with some kind of little prize for the first one who was able to find me for wherever I'm hiding out. So
okay.
I want to try to do something like that, maybe on a weekly basis. I can't say right now. Maybe I'll lay something down there and put a little place together and go meet and set up a little area somewhere that would be fun to meet and set up on. We'll do something cool.
Good. Your favorite Mexican eatery is not in Indy anymore.
Well, actually, I think I know that one of them is closed down, but I don't know if both of them have. There was one in Greenwood, and then there was one in Avon. And drawing a blank on.
I got an email saying that Rasco's Tacos is not there anymore. Where are you going to go now?
I don't know. I'm going to have to find out because there was Roscoe's in Greenwood, and that was the original, and it was always packed. The newer one that was closer to the house, which was the one in Avon we used to go to, I believe that's the one that closed. So, we fly out tomorrow afternoon. I'd say right now that it was on the agenda to go by the one in Greenwood and get some tacos. So I may have to get online and double check and make sure that it's still there, because without the usual Roscoe's taco, it'll kind of screw up the usual trip in Indianapolis.
Yeah. John, good evening, and how are things in Florida?
Good evening, John. Good evening.
Are you close to the beach?
I am about 3 miles from the beach.
All right. Sean, do you have a question that you want to fire at JJ?
Sure, we can fire out, what would kissing the bricks at Indy mean to you? That would mean that, it could do it two ways. I could either break out on the front straightaway and hope the security didn't catch me and throw me in the pin and I'd miss qualifying, or that would have meant that, obviously a dream would come true of winning one of the biggest NASCAR races that is held during the season. And, for me to look through of all the racetracks that we race at during the season, obviously for me to win at Phoenix would be the biggest, only because I'm from Phoenix. Usually when you walk across the stage, I usually get a very warm welcome. At Phoenix, you get to feel what it's like to be one of the heroes, because, the crowd gets a lot more excited. You get big, big cheers. For me, racing in as much as I have in my career and, accomplishing what I had in my career, a lot of that's happened in Indiana and around that area. So to get the opportunity and to win it at Indianapolis would be awesome. It would definitely be one of the coolest things I think could happen. I would take a Brickyard 400 over a Daytona 500.
That's interesting. How do you guys feel about the car heading into Indy? Right now there's 47 cars on the entry list. We know obviously you got to race your way in. So what's your thoughts?
I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Obviously anything and everything can happen, and we can't go off a track record because we were perfect going into Chicago and we got sent home. But, the guys have been working very hard over the last couple of weeks to put a new car together. This car is most likely going to be the best car we have in the fleet. It's going to be the lightest by almost 100 pounds over.
Wow.
It's actually going to be more than 100 pounds over our best car. So, based off of everything you hear, what we've learned, the lighter you can make the car, the lower you can get the CGs in the car, the better off you're going to be. So that's going to help. I know this is a new engine that we'll be running. We have not chassis dynoed the engine yet to find out how much better it's going to be. I think it's not a question it's going to be better, just a matter of how much better.
Now, is this an Arrington engine as well?
This is also an Arrington engine. They've he's changed some of the things that he's learned. It's a little different head and camshaft configuration. Like I said, the big thing is, they've learned from it. This is, giving him enough time to where he's been able to take of the things he's learned and apply them to a new engine. So, like I said, if we can get maybe 10 to 15 more horsepower than what we've had, now we're pretty comparable with the guys we're competing against.
Okay.
It's been tough because even with our best engine, which would have been what we had at Chicago, I think we're still close to 20 short on horsepower. So it puts us in a situation where we just can't afford to miss. We can't afford to miss with the setup, and obviously we did there at Chicago, and we couldn't make it up.
Everybody have a good week. Have a safe week.
All right.
And we'll talk to you guys in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing you Friday night, JJ.
Yes. You know what? If I could
smiling and everything.
Okay. Well, listen. Have a great show, and we'll talk to you later, guys. Have a good week.
Okay. Everyone have a good one. Thank you.
Yep. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.